Raptors fans, rejoice, we finally signed an actual big man, but the big man we signed is Freddie Gillespie. So, who is Freddie Gillespie? Let's get into it. Welcome Raptors fans to Amateur Hour Sports. This is the channel where you get NBA content with a focus on the Toronto Raptors. We do 4 to 5 Raptors themed videos a week on the channel. So if you like what you see from today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Show your support to the channel on our road to 3,000 subscribers. We also do live streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/amateursports. We do watch songs for every single Raptors game, plus other stuff like 2K streams, which we're doing on Friday. So check the link in the description for that and follow us on Twitch. But today we're talking about Freddie Gillespie, the new player for the Toronto Raptors that we have just picked up. I'm doing so in my new Amateur Hour Sports merch as well, which I'm very excited to be wearing today. But our big man, the big man situation is a dire situation for the Toronto Raptors at this given point in the season. Raptors fans were really trying to get Masai Ujiri to sign one, well, in the buyout market, but also to trade for one before the trade deadline. But Masai had all his focus on trading Kyle Lowry, which didn't even happen in the end. So the Raptors are stuck with Aaron Baines essentially as their only true big man on the team. So the Raptors, who have a very clustered schedule coming up, who have a lot of injuries right now, they signed Freddie Gillespie, who played for the Memphis Hustle, the G League affiliate for Memphis, over the course of the last G League season, where he was quite good. He's also spent 2 years at Baylor in his past, went undrafted. But Gillespie, he's a 6'9", 245-pound power forward / center. He's more so a forward, but I think the Raptors are bringing him in to help shore up the paint as our center. That is the position I see him playing with the Raptors if he does play over this 10-day contract. But what Freddie Gillespie offers is he's a sizable presence on the interior, a very calculated player on offense and on defense, smart, somewhat athletic for 6'9", can play above his size because of his athleticism and his smarts. In his G League career, the one season with the Memphis Hustle, he was a bit of a double-double machine. He averaged over 10 points per game and over 10 rebounds per game, and he played the entire season, which is very nice. A guy who can finish at the rim and a guy who can stop shots at the rim as well, 2.3 blocks per game, and grab those rebounds, like I said. Double-double machine in his time with the Memphis Hustle, and that was enough for the Raptors to decide that they were going to give this guy a shot. And it's not the first time the Raptors have given a 10-day contract to a big this season. They have done so already with Dante Hall. They gave him the 10-day contract and didn't even play him once. And they also gave Henry Ellenson that 10-day contract, where he featured a couple times, actually did all right in one of those appearances, but I don't know why the Raptors did not actually give the 10-day contract, any of their contracts, to Alize Johnson, who was their best player on the 905, arguably, for the entire season, and didn't give him the contract, gave it to Dante Hall. Alize Johnson signed with the Brooklyn Nets, and he is playing very well for that Brooklyn Nets team right now, who honestly don't need any more help, but Alize Johnson is a bit of a surprise for them. The Raptors have elected now to go for Freddie Gillespie. So again, did quite well with the Memphis Hustle. In his Baylor career, in his second year, played 2 years there. In his second year, averaged over 9 points per game and over 9 rebounds per game. So still, you see the fact that he can get points, but also he can get the rebounds, something the Raptors desperately need, somebody who can rebound the ball a little bit better on the interior. Freddie Gillespie can definitely offer that. Deficiencies for his game are the fact that he is a paint-centric player. He is not going to be out of the paint. He can't spread the floor to shoot. The only time he's really going to be out of the paint is to run pick and rolls, which he is quite good at doing. He's got a very good frame for it, 245 pounds, and is 6'9", that height. It allows him to be a little bit more athletic as well. So he can run some pick and rolls, which will be nice off the bench. Maybe he's running a pick and roll with Malachi Flynn, if Gillespie even gets into a game for that. But if he does, can run pick and rolls with Malachi Flynn, and also on defense can shore up the paint. Again, the 2.3 blocks per game with the Memphis Hustle is a pretty eye-popping stat that is nice to see when you look him up. Truthfully, I didn't know a lot about this guy after we signed him. It was like kind of early afternoon, late morning type thing, and it's always a bit of a surprise when you see Shams or a Woj bomb drop, and it includes the Toronto Raptors, and it says we signed Freddie Gillespie. Didn't know a lot about him, so I spent the day looking up stats, looking up tape, just looking up information about this guy to see who he is, see what kind of signing this is. And it's one that kind of piques my interest. It's always a little bit exciting to see a new player, to see what they can do in this dynamic, to see if this player can take the jump to the next level. Because when undrafted out of college, was given that chance in the G League, and again, was a standout performer in that G League season, double-double machine. That's something you'll absolutely take on your team. So what's good about his game is that he's calculated, he's patient, he's smart when it comes to offense and defense on the interior. On offense, wait for the right moment to make that post move, take that shot on, go up for that rebound, get an offensive rebound. He's calculated. He takes his time in his possessions to get the right opportunities for himself. Same with defense. Calculated, smart, patient, waiting for the right moment to go for that block to help get that stop to play some solid defense. But again, all of this is done on the interior. His offense game is not out on the perimeter. His defensive game, he's not going to be out there defending guys under his size. Not very versatile when it comes to defense, but he can play in the paint. And the Raptors, recently Nick Nurse has been using a lot more of a zone defense for the team. And I think that's where Gillespie is going to come into play a little bit. Again, this is all speculation if he even gets on the court. We signed Dante Hall. We were all really excited, and Dante Hall didn't even play. Gillespie, I think, would fit the dynamic of a zone defense. The Raptors like playing that 2-3 zone, 2 up top, 3 at the bottom. They like running that sort of zone. I think Gillespie will be in the middle of the 3 at the bottom, right under the rim. I think that's the best spot for him. The Raptors, when they use it, they kind of have to collapse a little bit because Aaron Baines isn't very mobile, and he's not mobile enough to deal with guys who get past the first man and cut to the basket. Baines is not very good at dealing with those players, but Gillespie, a better defender maybe, a guy who averaged 2.3 blocks per game in the G League, more athletic, he could do a better job in that zone defense. And I think that's why the Raptors had decided to bring him in, maybe give him that opportunity in the zone defense. And I think that Nick Nurse is really starting to use it more. I don't think we use it that well. I don't think we're very good in that zone defense, but it is possible. The deficiencies of the Raptors' zone defense stems from Aaron Baines' inability to kind of hold his own down there based on athleticism. Man-to-man, I don't think Aaron Baines is that bad against like a bigger type of center like Embiid, like Vucevic, like Sabonis. Does a decent job. But when it's a very nimble center, Aaron Baines can kind of struggle. And I think maybe that's where Freddie Gillespie can help out this Raptors team. Again, 10-day contract. We don't know what's going to happen beyond that 10-day contract. It's a bit of a mystery. Like Dante Hall coming in and not playing at all, even when we got blown out by the Pistons, wasn't even given an opportunity in garbage time. So we don't really know what the thought process is here. But I think the Raptors have identified this guy who can be a bit of a double-double machine. A guy who can come in, grab rebounds, be a sure finisher at the rim, can get some stops on the interior as well for your team, and maybe just see what he can produce. Very young, 23 years old, see what he can produce in practices, maybe even late in an NBA game. And maybe if something is good, you can offer him a contract. If not, it's a no-risk situation. It's 10 days. If you don't like him after 10 days, he walks away, nothing happens, we move on. I think that ultimately the reason the Raptors have done this move, gone for the 10-day contract here, is we have a very clustered schedule coming up. The Raptors are playing on Thursday, tonight. They're playing Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday as well. Clustered schedule, lots of games, not a lot of players. A lot of players are injured right now. We already had our problems in the center department, but also we have injuries. We know Lowry, we know Fred VanVleet are injured. Paul Watson's been out for health and safety protocols. McCaw is out. Jalen Harris is out as well. Lots of injuries, so maybe just an extra body on the bench. Just if we need it, if we need to rest some guys, maybe Gillespie can come in, play the center. But also, again, he's a forward. Can go out and play in the forward positions as well. He's versatile in terms of his positioning, but in terms of his ability, he's in the paint. He's a guy who's going to be in the paint. He's only going to be in the paint. So the Raptors, maybe they can find a bit of a diamond in the rough here, but ultimately my prediction for the outcome of Freddie Gillespie, the Toronto Raptors, is he's going to be here for the 10 days. I really can't say whether or not he's going to get in. I feel like he will get in maybe 1 to 2 little cameos in these games. But ultimately, I don't think this is a groundbreaking signing. He was a standout in the G League last year, but I don't know if his game will be good enough to transition to the NBA. But I hope it does. It's always exciting to see a new face on your favorite team. So hopefully Gillespie can get some minutes tonight. We can see him in action, see what he can provide. And if everything works out, would love to see him sign. But if it doesn't work out, again, it's a no-risk situation. He can just walk away. But exciting. Again, good on the offense in the paint, good on defense in the paint. Maybe he can work on his mobility, his versatility on defense with the Raptors. One of the best, if not the best development team in the NBA. And we'll just see what happens with this player here. Overall, I'm excited. Let's see what happens tonight. We're going to watch along on Twitch. You can be there. We'll see you and have some reactions together about this situation. What do you guys make of this signing? Do you think Freddie Gillespie is a good signing for the Toronto Raptors? Do you think it was a bad move? What do you guys think? I want to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. But that wraps up for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please make sure you hit that like button to help us reach some new viewers. It goes a long way to helping the channel. And also subscribe to Amateur Hour Sports for more content just like this, 4 to 5 Raptors videos a week. You can also follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Amateur Hour Sports. We do a ton of live streams. We watch along every single Raptors game, so if you want a good community of Raptors fans to watch along with and have a good time, you can be there. We're also doing a 2K stream on Friday. Rebuild the Raptors Season 3. Let's get out of the first round this time. Thank you for watching. At the end of the day, believe what I say. If you disagree, that is okay. We'll see you again next time for another video.